What's up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky Pete back with all the news after week 6 of our Los Angeles Crusaders franchise, where the Crusaders had another dominant performance against the Chicago Bears, and that has led us to a matchup with the biggest rival we have, the Denver Broncos. Both teams coming into this game 6-0, which means the Broncos beat the undefeated Texans last week. This is definitely not going to be easy, and despite the Crusaders' good record and dominant performance through most of these games, we really haven't been tested yet, and the Broncos are going to offer that first real test. Now, one thing I love about the Crusaders is if somebody's having a down game, we seem to be having quite a few players willing to step up and make big plays. It doesn't matter who performs, as long as we're picking up the victory. And, we see Yakov Moody go from having a 2-touchdown game in week 1 to not performing quite as well as we were hoping through recent weeks. That said, we got guys like Shakir Gayton, like Julius Baker consistently stepping up. We really have a lot of players making big plays. Last week, Deshae Campbell came through. We're definitely going to give him some more time here in the development process, but I really do feel like it's important that we improve our pass D. That's the one thing that's going to haunt us throughout the season if we don't find a way to fix it, especially against a team like the Broncos, where you have Chaz Jenkins and a high-octane offense leading the way. If you stop scoring in this game for too long, you'll find yourself down for 2 or 3 touchdowns in a hurry. They're expecting a shootout here today in this upcoming week. Both great offenses. Let's see if we have any other news on the Titans. They keep talking about on the right side that the Titans are moving, but there's been no news about it on the left side. This is where I'm confused. Oh, the Crusaders take on the Broncos in a heated rivalry game between two undefeated teams. I'm still just kind of waiting to see why they aren't talking about where they're moving to. That doesn't make sense to me. Like, they talk about it in the Twitter. I wonder if it's a glitch or something. You would think we'd see something about it in the top stories, but I don't quite know how Madden works, apparently. So who knows? As you can see, the 4th best offense versus the 3rd best offense. However, where we have an edge is defensively, 6th versus 15th. Now, again, we have not played great competition to this point in the season, so those numbers might be a little skewed. We'll have to wait and see. I'm excited about it. Let's also check out draft stories, see if we have anything going on here. No, we did see all those before. And if you look over here, Tremaine Small is leading the NFL in passing yards. We'll go ahead and check out our division stats. We'll check out the league stats after we play 8 games, I would say, or maybe after week 8, after week 9, somewhere around there. So Chaz Jenkins, the best quarterback rating in the conference here, or in our division, I should say. 108.8, 1,600 yards, 15 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Stuart Denny second on that list, but quite a ways behind Chaz Jenkins there. 99.6 quarterback rating, close to 1,500 yards, 14 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Tremaine Small, 97.9 quarterback rating, coming up on 2,000 yards. Oh, ambulance in the background or something. Hope everyone's okay. Awkward, I don't know what to say. 15 touchdowns, 7 interceptions for Tremaine Small. And then Mitch Farrell, the rookie, rounding out the division with a 91.3 quarterback rating, 1,700 yards, 15 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. So everybody in the division with 15 touchdowns, except for Stuart Denny, only has 14. He's also tied with Farrell in the lead for interceptions. Definitely not good there. Le'Veon Bell leading the way in yards. Devin Golden's been hurt, so he's kind of fallen down the list. But Le'Veon Bell only has 4.3 yards a carry. Interesting enough, the second 2 players on this list are Devin Golden and Jesus King. Now, we have been running the ball quite frequently in this offense this year. But all 4 of our guys, wow, lead the conference in yards per carry. Our offensive line is straight beasting right now. Unbelievable. Touchdowns, 7 for Le'Veon Bell, 4 for Robinson, 3 for Golden, and 3 for King, 2 for DeMarco Murray. Receiving the ball, Sellers leading the way in catches with 51. Yards is going to be Brandon Marshall, despite that horrible speed. So part of me's thinking, even though it says he has a low speed, it's really not making that much of a difference. Jawan Sellers, second on the list. The teammates, Jabbar Gray here. Only 1 touchdown for Jabbar Gray so far this season, though. Denarius Moore with 3 touchdowns. 5 for Marshall, Thomas, and Matthews. 4 for Sellers. Julius Baker on that list, and Monte Ball out of the backfield there. 3 for Denarius Moore, Jordan Reed, Marcel Reese, Yakov Moody, and Chase Cross. quite a few people with 2. I like seeing Baker and Cross so high on that list, though. It really shows that any of our guys are willing to step up. Donald Butler leading the conference in tackles. Raynard Ray coming in at number 2 here with 52, including 10 tackles for a loss. Sacks, obviously, we're going to be dominating this category. Von Miller catching up somewhat-ish, not really. Raheem Moore with 3 interceptions. Dante Whitner with 2. Deshae Campbell, 2, both coming in last week's game. And then we'll have a plethora of people rounding out that list with 1 interception. Fumbles 4, still leading the way. Khalil Mack with 2 and Khalil Mack with 3 and Brandon Spikes with 2. A few guys with a fumble recovery. We did see a block last week. J.D. Arnold's still the only one with a block. No safeties. And then Deshae Campbell going to get onto that touchdown list with his pick 6 last week. Kicking, Prater leading the way, 11 of 12. Gomes 11 of 11, Chuck Vaughn 8 of 8, and Oscar Samuel 7 of 9. Punting, Sam Martin with the most punts. However, we see King with the best yards per punt. Kick return, we have 2 touchdowns now. Rodman Baker with 1, and Jamal Fields, another rookie with 1. For the Chargers, punt return touchdowns. Chase Cross still the only one with the punt return touchdown. Let's check out the weekly awards really fast, see what we got going on there. Actually, we'll check out Bobby Stevenson's stats while we're here. I know a lot of people are probably pretty curious as to how he is doing, so let's go ahead and find out. Receiving, and 12 catches, 91 yards, and a touchdown for Bobby Stevenson on the season. Not all that great considering we've been through 6 weeks. I don't know if the Lions have played 5 or 6 games, but you would hope he could do a little bit better than that. One difficult thing for the Crusaders in this upcoming game is we are playing the Broncos without Devin Golden. We're missing one of our star players. But Colin Kaepernick, NFC Offensive Player of the Week, 22 of 29, 274 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Bostic, 13 tackles, and a sack. Deshae Campbell on the list with 2 tackles, 2 interceptions, and a touchdown. And Case Keenum for the Colts, 35 of 50, 358 yards, 5 touchdowns to only 1 interception. Unbelievable performance there, guys. That is going to be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button. It helps me out a lot. And I will see you guys in Week 7 as we take on our huge rivals, the Denver Broncos. Later.